Dear students, I, Mohammad Shamim Akter, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Fulbari Government College, welcome you all to the online class. Today's subject is English and it is dedicated for class 12. Today's topic is transformation of sentence, and from this vast topic we will discuss only a section, that is from simple to complex and vice versa, from simple to complex and complex to simple. Before entering into the discussion, we must be sure that we have the basic idea about grammatical units or steps. If I ask what is the largest grammatical unit, the answer must be sentence. If we write sentences. If we speak sentences. If we listen sentences. So undoubtedly sentence is the largest grammatical unit, and we must have proper idea about sentence. Then if we come down, we will find clause. Clause is the immediate smaller unit of sentence. One, two or more clauses make a sentence. And if we break sentences, we will find phrases. Phrases are group of words. And word at this stage, in today's discussion, we will opine that apparently word is the smallest grammatical unit. So we must form a clear idea about sentence, about clause, about phrase and word. Only then it will be possible to enter into the task of transformation of sentences. Our topic today is transformation from simple to complex sentence. So at first we will try to show a contrast between simple sentence and complex sentence. In simple sentence, we will find one clause, one subject, one finite verb and no conjunction. As for example, Della sold her hair to buy a gift. In this sentence, we will find only one subject, that is Della. Della is the only one subject in this sentence. And the finite verb here in this sentence, sold. And the rest words, her here is the object, and to buy a gift, it is a non-finite verb. Or we may call it also adverbial. And complex sentence, the traits of complex sentences are, we will find two or more clauses in a complex sentence, two or more subjects, two or more finite verbs, and clauses will be joined by conjunctions. Example, Della sold her hair so that she could buy a gift. Here we find two subjects, one is Della and another is she. Two finite verbs, one is sold and another is could buy. So the main difference is that in simple sentence we will find one clause, and in complex sentence we will find two or more clauses. Now I will try to provide you with important tips for transformation from simple to complex. First of all, mark the subject and finite verb and keep it unchanged. We will not change the finite verb and subject it will be retained. Number 2, work with the extension part of the sentence. Only the extension parts will be changed. Then we will add a subject, and we can find the subject from repetition in pronoun form, or we will get it from possessive. Then we will import another verb. That verb may come from non-finite, or it may be a to-be verb. Number 5, add a conjunction or relative pronoun. Then follow the clues given. There is a clue, and we will follow that clue, and it will help us to transform our sentences. In simple, if it is to or in order to. In complex, it will be replaced by so that. Bangla meaning uddeshe ba jonne. In simple, it is to. In complex, it will become so dotted that. এত দুর্বল যে হাঁটতে পারে না, এই জাতীয়। In simple, the preposition despite or in spite of. And in complex, we will use though or although conjunction. And Bangla meaning is সত্ত্বেও. If in simple sentences we find present participle which indicate two activities taking place one after another or at the same time, in complex it will become when. Then if present participle shows any cause or reason, in complex since, because or as will be used. If in simple sentence we will find conjunction because of, in complex sentence we will use since, because or as conjunction. In simple sentence, if it is by plus gerund, in complex we will use if clause. A conditional sentence it will become. If it is without plus gerund in simple, in complex it will be unless or if plus not. In the same way, if we find adjective plus noun in simple sentence, and in complex sentence we will use relative pronouns. All these clues will be clear if we show the examples. Before showing the examples, I will again give you some tips for transforming from complex to simple. That is quite opposite to the previous. Mark the main clause, keep it unchanged. There will be no change in the main clause. Work with subordinate clause. Only subordinate clause will be changed. Remove two subjects. There are two subjects and we will remove one. Then we will exclude the finite verb of the subordinate clause. Then we will replace conjunction by a preposition. Now at the examples, if we study the examples, the clues will be given. The clues will be clarified. Suppose in simple sentence, we find the boy is too weak to walk. And its complex form will be, the boy is so weak that he cannot walk. Here, to has been changed into so that. And in the first sentence, we will find only one subject, that is the boy. And in the second sentence, two subjects. One is the boy and another is he. In the first sentence, we find only one finite verb. But in the complex sentence, we find that there are two finite verbs. One is and another is walk. So, following the given clues, we have changed the simple sentence into complex. In the same way, the simple sentence is, in spite of the advancement of science, people still die for starvation. Here similarly, instead of the preposition in spite of, we have used the conjunction although, and in the same way we imported another subject. So the complex form has become, although there is advancement of science, people still die from starvation. Another example, seeing the daughter, the old man was happy. Here, instead of seeing his daughter, we have imported the conjunction when, we have used the conjunction when, then we have imported a subject, that is the old man, and for the second time we used the subject he. One is the old man, another is he. And see has become saw and was retained. So in the simple sentence we find only one subject, the old man, but in the complex sentence we find two subjects, the old man and he. In the simple sentence we find only one verb, that is was, but in the complex sentence we find two verbs, saw and was. Now we'll go to discuss another example. Being ill, I could not go to college. Here, being ill, the present participle shows a reason. So we have used the conjunction since instead of being. The complex form is, since I was ill, I could not go to college. Here, I has been used twice. So we find two subjects, and in the complex form we have also used two finite verbs. One is was, another is go. Similarly, because of his bad behavior he was punished. This simple sentence has been transformed into complex, and here we find that in complex we use the sentence, since he behaved badly he was punished. Another example, by eating fruits you can get vitamins, and to transform it into complex we have used the conjunction if, and it has become a conditional sentence. If we eat fruits you can get vitamins. Next one, we'll give some exercises and we'll practice it. Just I am showing one or two exercises. We exercise to be fit. If I am asked to transform it into complex, what will I do? Here the solution is given. We exercise to be fit, and the complex form of this sentence will be, we exercise so that we can be fit. And now we'll practice a vice versa, a total opposite of it. Men eat so that they can live. Following the given clues, we are asked to transform it into simple. And the simple form of men eat so that they can live will be man eat to live. Here only one subject. In simple, man is subject, eat is the finite verb. But in complex, man is one subject, they is another subject. Eat is one subject, one verb, one finite verb, and live is another finite verb. Let's go into another exercise. In spite of his poverty, he is honest. It's a simple sentence, and complex form of it will be, though he is poor, he is honest. And from the contrary, he is ill, but he can run fast. It's a compound sentence. However, compound is excluded from this discussion. We'll discuss on it later on. Another sentence, being poor, he could not buy a chain. It's a simple sentence. Being poor, being is a non-finite verb. So, only one finite verb in this sentence is buy. So, being poor, Rubel could not buy a chain. If we transform this simple sentence into complex, it will be, since Rubel was poor, he could not buy a chain. Let's go to another exercise. Sohail was too honest to show excuse. It's a simple sentence. If I transform it into complex, it will be, Sohail was so honest that he could not show excuse. Number 2, he is too weak to carry the load. If we convert it into complex, it will be, he is so weak that he cannot carry the load. Next one, without working hard, you can't succeed in life. It's a simple sentence. Now our turn is to make it complex. And complex would be, if you do not work hard, you can't succeed in life. Here is a mistake, printing mistake. Instead of success it will be succeed. It will be succeed. So if you do not work hard, you can't succeed in life. And it will be, without working hard, you can't succeed in life. And last exercise, we find, when they were playing, it began to rain. It's a complex sentence, and we are asked to make it simple. And the simple form will be, at the time of raining, at the time of raining, at the time of playing, it would be, at the time of playing, it began to rain. So that's all for today. If you have any query, please ask in the inbox, and we'll try to give solutions to your questions in the next class. That's all for today. Thank you very much.